Welcome to Arctic Reflections. In today's video we will have a look at this fool.
Space probes can take pictures of Earth either. Huh, isn't that weird?
And also this fool.
It means no Coriolis, so you can't claim Coriolis if you can't observe it.
And in the end, a crazy lady.
Yeah.
Like the lady from Germany.
Yeah, they're
and
lizard
the one,
people.
And the one that died from England. Queen Elizabeth was the lizard.
Today we will have a look at yes to conspiracy and flatsoid, and in the end a really crazy woman from US. Prepare yourself for a real dumpster fire.
NASA's James Webb Space Telescope has just begun operating, but so far it's brought us amazing pictures of the distant universe, such as Webb's first deep field, or near objects such as the Carina Nebula. The Space Telescope has even brought us images from our own solar system, such as this one of Jupiter, where you can see mind-blowingly sharp details. However, we've seen people in the comments ask whether Webb will ever take a picture of our own planet, Earth. The answer is no, it won't do that, because it can't do that. Unlike Hubble, Webb operates much farther from Earth at a point known as the second Lagrangian point. The telescope orbits around that point, which is the ideal location for an infrared telescope like Webb, because the Sun and Earth are always on one side of space, thus allowing Webb to keep its telescope optics and instruments perpetually shaded. Webb has to keep the huge solar shield between its optics and the Sun in order to keep it super cold, or else scientists wouldn't be able to use it. Webb observes an infrared light which we can't see with our eyes, but we can feel as heat. Because Webb was designed to observe the very faint infrared signals of very distant objects, it needs to be shielded from any bright, hot sources, such as the Sun. So if you were to position Webb in such a way that it would be able to take a picture of Earth, the telescope would also have to point toward the Sun, which would overheat its instruments and render it useless. The telescope operates at about minus 233 degrees Celsius, minus 388 degrees Fahrenheit. On the hot side, parts of Webb will reach temperatures as high as 85 degrees Celsius, or 185 degrees Fahrenheit. So the inner solar system will forever be hidden from Webb.
But the good news is that Webb will be able to observe the planets at or beyond the orbit of Mars
no other
satellites.
Space probes can take pictures of Earth either. Huh, isn't that weird?
Oh dear, that was really stupid. That was the flat earth fool, yes to conspiracy. He had obvious problems to turning down the volume, so he didn't hear the beginning of it, but he didn't understand the explanation why they can't use this telescope to take pictures of Earth. And in some mysterious way he thinks this is proving that images from space is fake. Let's move on to the next flat earth clown. Today we will have a look at flatsoid again.
First of all, you require 2 frames of reference for Coriolis effect. This is not a factor that you can choose to have one. It is a must. It's a requirement. You require 2 reference frames. You, being on the moving reference frame, would be in the non-inertial reference frame, observing some things in the inertial reference frame. Also, with your false equivalence of trying to talk about the equivalence principle, is not even in the same category, so a category error 2. You would be observing planes and helicopters, balloons, balls, people skydiving, people parachuting, anything not attached to the moving reference frame have deviation. This would be caused by the Coriolis effect, having the Earth rotate underneath those objects. The real reason we don't have these observations is because the Earth does not rotate underneath those objects. As soon as you claim, hey, we don't see this because of one reference frame, in other words, why I asked him Velcroed atmosphere, it means no Coriolis, so you can't claim Coriolis if you can't observe it.
As usual, Flat Clown sounds very convinced that he knows what he's talking about. The strange thing is that pilots that are flying big planes don't agree with him. They know about Coriolis and the effects. And the same goes for military personnel on ships or that work with big artillery cannons. And if flatsoid is correct, then the US Marine Corps are wrong. Let's have a quick look at the document that you can find on their website, a link in the description. This is from their manual for field artillery. Some basic information about how to use the tables. And then we have this table. And then we had another table. Oh dear. All armies in the world are teaching the soldiers about Coriolis when they are using artillery cannons, snipers and so on. In reality, if you shoot shells on a long distance with artillery and calculate for Coriolis effect and there are no Coriolis effect, they would miss the targets. But in Flat Clown's confused worlds, that's logic. To hide the shape of the earth, they would lie for the soldiers. So they wouldn't be able to hit target on longer distances. But Flat Clown proves time after time that he thinks he's an expert in many things, navigation and so on. But every time he tries, he shows that he knows nothing, he have no experience. Oh dear, what a fool. And let's move on to the next dumpster fire.
When you got the country of Colombia's son being arrested for money and laundering, when our guy's not getting arrested.
I know.
How's that look?
Biden and his son.
They're not just them.
Well, everybody.
Corrupt.
Yeah.
Romney gets money from Ukraine, the families, Nancy Pelosi's family. See, they funnel it over there and they launder it back to them.
So this crazy lady is an expert in politics, crimes and European countries.
Billions. See, Obama set it up. It's a bad country.
A bad country. I arrived from that country yesterday. It's not a bad country. In this war, which country is the bad country? It's Russia and their sick leader.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
Back.
they had the bioweapons there. Putin's helping us. He got rid of the bioweapon labs. He blew them up.
So Putin is helping US. First of all, there were no bioweapons in Ukraine. Secondly, he attacked a peaceful European country and he's threatening Finland, Sweden, the Baltic states and so on. So in what way do he help USA?
He's against the globalists.
Right.
And Trump is against the globalists too. And so is Xi.
Against the globalist. Is Putin against the globalist? He have attacked several of his neighboring countries, Georgia, Ukraine and so on. And he thinks he can decide what other countries decide. For instance, that Sweden and Finland wanted to join NATO. Or have a look at the proxy wars in Africa, where he used legionaries to get his hands over gold, diamonds and so on. Oh dear.
And so is another Belarus president.
The Belarusian president that cheated in the election and is a puppet to Putin.
Poland presidents, a few of them. India, Modi, and the guy bin Laden, Salam bin Laden from Saudi Arabia. He's good.
I have news for you, crazy lady. Bin Laden is dead.
They're taking down the deep state over there.
Her favorite Putin have attacked a peaceful country. He's bombing hospitals, schools, he's killing women, children. Oh dear, so this is the type of people she thinks is against globalism. What a bunch of rubbish.
I hope so.
Well, I go on X22 and I go on Telegram every day.
Yeah.
X22 report. I go on Real Raw News. They already hung Hillary. There's so many clones out there.
Yes, crazy lady, and you are one of the biggest clowns in this universe. Or wait a moment, did she say clones?
Fakes. And, you know, Biden is one too, you know. He had a rubber mask on. He was itching himself in Ireland. His whole mask was coming up on his neck when he was itching, and the lady noticed it.
Wait, what?
Biden, some of them wear rubber masks. That's not the real Biden.
Oh, it's like it's an imposter Biden wearing a rubber mask?
One lady did see it, and then it must be true. Oh dear.
A lot of them. Or a clone.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that.
There's tons of them. They're making tons of them.
Oh, okay, it was clones she was talking about, not clowns. And they are making tons of clones. Why? Who? Oh dear.
Jesus
And
Christ.
you can't get rid of them. And you see what happened to McConnell? He was giving a speech and he froze. From the Republican Party, he was giving a speech and he froze. It's a clone.
I saw that.
It's a clone.
Right before he froze,
Yes.
the lady touched his hand.
He's a clone.
Did you see that?
They go haywire after 3 years. Clones do not last more than 3 years. Look it up.
Okay.
They get they have to be rewired and everything.
I think this crazy lady clone needs to get rewired. It must be a serious problem with the CPU.
It's unbelievable. We got all these fake people.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
I'm starting to question the teller over here.
Oh no, he's good.
No, I think he's wearing a mask.
He's one of them.
Yeah.
And then you got people that are supposed to be lizards.
Lizard people? Is this a comedy show?
Yeah.
Like the lady from Germany.
Yeah, they're
and
lizard
And the
people.
one that died from England. Queen Elizabeth was a lizard.
So Queen Elizabeth was a lizard.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
got the little black thing.
The bushes.
They go up and down, and the eyes, their eyelids, their irises have a straight thing. I don't know if that's true. You think they're lizards?
You never know what's true. But don't drive yourself crazy over it, you know?
But
just
I
focus
can't
on
believe
yourself.
it. I think they should just get rid of them. You can't do it. They're all corrupt. FBI's corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
They're covering for them. CIA's corrupt. So who's going to arrest them? Nobody.
That's why you just gotta
Well, Trump is
focus
the
on
only
yourself.
Because he's got everything on. He got the White House.
Yeah.
And he's got the Space Force that has pictures of everything. He put the Space Force in on purpose so he can document everything. Trump is supposed to come back and have them all hung.
She obviously thinks that Trump is some kind of god.
Before I drop it. Yeah, we just talk about things.
That's YouTube gold right there.
Oh dear, that was really, really stupid. And if you wonder, I didn't find this video on a comedy channel. It's on a flat earther and conspiracy theorist. The channel is called Stinky Cash, and the title of the video is Lady Truth Bombs Bank of America. Oh dear. The first two videos, the one with Yes to Conspiracy and Flatsoid video, it's only laughable. But the last one makes me really angry. I returned from Ukraine yesterday. I know that she don't have any clue at all. She don't know anything. And I know that she's totally wrong about Putin and so on. I've seen what Russia or Putin does to the people in Ukraine. It's no conspiracy behind it. It's a madman in Kremlin that thinks he's ruling the world. Oh. If you want to help me help Ukraine, you are doing it by looking at my videos. All revenues goes for buying drones for Ukraine. If you want to go one step further, use PayPal and those money goes for buying kamikaze drones. Thank you in advance and thank you all helping me. And there we have the end of the video. Hope you liked it. If you did, please hit like, subscribe, become a member or just come back next time I'm showing a video. Have a nice day. Take care.